Welcome to another episode of our podcast, Inwards Insights on Governance and Sustainability. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Gordon. Today we're diving into a timely and important topic, ESG, which stands for Environmental, Social, and Governance.
ESG has become a common term in business, investing, and policy circles, but as it turns 21 in 2025, we want to take a step back and ask, is ESG enough, or do we need to include economics right there in the mix?
That's right, Sarah. The acronym ESG was first introduced in a 2004 United Nations report called Who Cares Wins. It provided a framework for companies and countries to integrate environmental, social, and governance issues into their practices.
It's been hugely influential. ESG as a concept helped make sustainability more operational and measurable for businesses. But here's the rub. ESG often seems to be treated as the goal itself rather than a part of a bigger picture.
Exactly. And that's where economics comes in. Because without a sustainable business, a financially viable one, there can be no sustainability. Professor Lawrence Loh, director of the Center for Governance and Sustainability at the National University of Singapore Business School, has advocated for rethinking ESG as EESG. He adds economics to the ESG equation.
Economics is the lifeblood of any business, whether it's for-profit companies, nonprofits, or public sector organizations. Business needs finance to survive and grow, and when ESG efforts go against economic interests, tensions arise.
Take the example of ExxonMobil in 2024. The company pushed back against climate activists advocating for faster emissions cuts, arguing that such measures would hurt investor returns. Their shareholders rejected climate proposals at recent meetings.
And Exxon isn't alone. Other big oil companies like Chevron and Shell, as well as giant media and telecom companies like Comcast, have also faced shareholder resistance to climate actions.
This shows that the battle for ESG is really a battle over economics. Shareholders often prioritize financial returns and see too much focus on sustainability as a risk. Larry Fink of BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, has even stopped using the term ESG because it's become weaponized.
So, how do we reconcile this? How do we integrate economics into ESG without losing sight of sustainability's goals?
Research suggests it's possible. Studies from Harvard Business School and MSCI have shown companies that prioritize sustainability actually perform better financially in the long run. In Singapore, studies found strong positive links between good sustainability reporting and market value, as well as brand value.
That's encouraging. It points to sustainability and profitability not being mutually exclusive, but rather complementary in the long term.
But the picture isn't always straightforward. For example, in the palm oil sector, more ESG transparency is correlated with lower company valuations, especially for larger firms. That suggests that in some cases, economics can overwhelm ESG ambitions.
It's a complex balance. We need to understand that sustainability isn't just about environmental or social goals. It must be supported by viable economic foundations. That's why the term EESG is helpful. It reminds us to include economics explicitly when thinking about sustainability.
Exactly, Sarah. The color of money has to be green, meaning investments and profits must align with sustainable practices to make lasting progress.
It's a good moment to pause, reflect, and expand our thinking. Let's include economics as a core pillar alongside environment, social, and governance. Only then can we build sustainable businesses and societies for the future.
And that wraps up today's episode of Inwards Insights on Governance and Sustainability. Thanks for joining us.
Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.